Hello and welcome to episode 78 of the Luke Winstel Show. My next guest is a current Division I basketball player at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, Georgia. Came out of high school last year as one of the top 250 players in the country, a 3-star recruit, one of the best dunkers and shot blockers in the nation. Jordan Meka, thank you for joining me. How are you doing today?
Doing great, man.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. Today we'll go through your story and your basketball career, and we'll start all the way back.
Let's do it.
Where are you from? What was your childhood like?
I am originally from Yaoundé, Cameroon. I don't know if you've heard of that place. It's Central Africa. We actually have like two NBA All-Stars from the same country, Jordan Meka and Pascal Siakam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're both from my country, yeah. Growing up, I didn't really know about basketball that much. I grew up playing soccer. I wanted to be a professional soccer player. That was my childhood dream, to be honest. It's pretty much the classic story. A kid from Africa, tall, lengthy. I got approached by a few coaches back in my city, talking about trying out basketball, volleyball, stuff like that, because I was pretty tall. I was taller than most of the people I hung out with. So one day I just decided to, try out this basketball thing, and I fell in love with the game, fell in love with basketball.
Well, when did you start playing? About what age were you?
2014, what's that? So 6 years ago now.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how did you end up coming over to the United States?
How did I end up here? That's a good question. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, I do remember. It was after basketball camp in Cameroon. I got approached by this really popular coach in Cameroon. Talked to me about this whole idea of coming to the United States and being on the scholarship, getting scholarships to play in high school or college. And I just found that interesting and just wanted to see if I had a chance. And that's how I talked to my parents about it. My dad wasn't really about the whole thing, the whole idea of coming to live with my family and stuff. But my mom was the one that actually supported that idea, and she helped me through this whole process. And she made all the contacts, all the calls, and I didn't really do that much.
Well, did you come over by yourself, or did any other people join you from your family?
No, yeah, I came by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I came by myself. It was a very, very scary, but also exciting trip. Not gonna lie. Imagine being 14, 15 and not knowing where you're going, not knowing where you're gonna stay, the people you're gonna live with. So it was weird. It was scary, to be honest.
Well, you ended up in a pretty good situation over at Mount Bethel with Coach Cowboyd. I know he took good care of you there. How did he help you most with both your on-court and your off-court development?
Oh my God, yeah, I've been blessed by coming to this school. Was a blessing. I'm so grateful for being part of this program. Mount Bethel and Coach Ball, like you said, has been a great mentor. He taught me it was more than just basketball stuff. He was more like, he's a very spiritual guy, very Christian guy. So I took a lot of notes. I took a lot of things coming from him. Not just basketball stuff, but also live stuff.
Yeah, I know on the court you're a big time dunker, you put some great blocks up. When did you realize first that you were going to be a Division 1 level prospect and be able to play in a Power 5 conference?
uh, I mean, I dream big. I'm a big dreamer, so I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I've always felt like I was able to compete with all these big names, and that's why I chose Georgia Tech. I always felt like I could compete with all these big time players, and you know.
Right. And you'll get to be in Atlanta as well when you play there, but at Mount Bethel, your school in high school, did you have a favorite moment there, a favorite play that you made, maybe a dunk or a block or anything that stands out to you?
Oh yeah, okay, I've had a lot of those, but I would say probably my favorite moment of my career, high school career, would be winning the slam dunk contest in the Arby's Classic. That was such a great experience and something I'll never forget. You know.
Red, I wanted to ask you, as someone who has participated in slam dunk contests, what's your favorite type of dunk to do? What do you go for?
Okay, the thing is, I don't even like practice those dunks. All those dunks you got I've seen. I just go for it. You know, like I would be like, oh, I don't know, Paul George did this during like his career, and during this game, I'd be like, okay, let me try it. I usually don't practice those dunks, but probably my favorite dunk right now would be just a regular like between the legs. It's big between the legs. It's such a simple but yet challenging dunk, you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know you protect the rim well. You finish well at the rim, as I've mentioned. What do you think is your biggest strength as a player? What kind of athlete is Georgia Tech going to get?
They're definitely getting a competitor. I love to compete, man. I'm a warrior, you know. I'm not the I know my weaknesses, and I think that's what makes me better, because despite that, I would still compete against like the best, you know, at my position, or the best guards, the best point guards. So Georgia Tech is definitely getting in strength and how do I say? A guy with a high motor like me. I think that's what they needed. So they'll definitely get that from me as well.
Most definitely. When Georgia Tech was recruiting you, and you're talking with the coaches, what did they tell you that they liked about your game?
They talked a lot about me running the floor, like my motor or something. They liked the way I ran up and down, like you said, my shot blocking capacity, and just my defensive, like, they talk a lot about my defensive aspects, you know.
Right, and with your shot blocking, that's something that I got to watch you. I think it was in your freshman year when you played against St. Pius, and the St. Pius head coach Aaron Parr said, man, you know, he's a young guy, and he's got the best shot blocking timing that I think I've seen at this level. Where did that come from? Is it instinct for you, or what is it?
Yeah, I remember that game, man. That was a crazy one. Yeah, to be honest, it's just something. It's just something natural to me. It comes naturally, and I don't know if it has anything to do with my my soccer background, or I don't know, me being quick on my feet. I don't know. So something pretty much natural, because I don't practice it.
Right, you're a big time athlete. What do you think is the next step in your development going forward?
Definitely. I want to be able to open up a little bit on the court. So definitely my shot and my dribble, my handles, work on my handles. My shot will be probably the next step.
What made you pick to sign with Georgia Tech? Because I know, following you in your career, you had some offers early on, and you've had interest really throughout most of your high school career. You had
So,
options, but Georgia Tech was the one for you.
yeah, I had quite a few, but it was never about the hype. It was about finding the right fit, and I just felt like Georgia Tech was the right place for me. I had a good feeling when I went there on my unofficial. I had such a good feeling. I hung out with the guys and the staff there, and it felt like family. You know, I really like the environment, and just felt like it was the right fit.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, what are your expectations coming in as a freshman? Georgia Tech has played some very solid games. They had some great wins this past season. In terms of playing time as a freshman, what are you expecting? Do you think you're going to get on the floor immediately?
Oh yeah, for sure. I will. Like I told the assistant coach, man, I'm going there to work. I'm going there to work hard, and I'm going to prove them that I should be. They should trust me and give me, some minutes. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to.
Yeah, what are your goals for yourself that you've set as a collegiate player? I know that you're going to want to win championships, conference, and national, and get to the NCAA tournament. But individually, do you have any goals for yourself? Any stats or any awards or anything that you have your sights set on?
No, individually, I haven't really thought about it. But yeah, like you said, like winning a championship with the team and just seeing the team like being as good, as they did last season. So individually, not really, but it'd be nice to, like, I don't know, being make it to the freshman or ACC or something like that. So, but definitely winning the championship. I'm more about the collective, like, effort and the team than the individual stuff. So.
Well, now we'll head into our rapid fire section. I've got a couple of questions for you. First off, what are you looking forward to most about playing in college?
The crowd, the intensity of the game, the competition, going against the best players in the world, in the United States, my bad.
I'm wondering, if you could make a dream starting five of any players in the world, you and 4 other players, who would you want to have on the floor?
Oh, I like that one. So it would be me, LeBron James, of course. I'll probably pick Giannis, just because he's a good Giannis, LeBron James. Jordan Meka for sure. Pascal Siakam, I like his game, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Yep. That's it.
Yep, and then you're in there, and that would be obviously a fantastic team.
Oh, that'd be a tough team.
That would be awesome. I can't imagine all the lobs in that game.
Oh my. Yeah.
Well, Jordan, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Luke Winstel Show. Be sure to follow the podcast on social media at Luke Winstel Show on all platforms. That concludes this episode. Check back next week for more content.